What's up? What's up? Goddess gang. Your girl Miss Goddess is back. And this time I'm back with a funny story for you guys. But first, I do want to say to all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I appreciate that. And to all my Instagram followers that have came to the YouTube family, welcome. Um, so yeah, today I wanted to do a little story time with you guys. And also, okay, for you guys that have been complaining about my camera quality, I will no longer be using my iPhone. This is the last video I'll be doing on my iPhone. I did get my camera today. Well, I got my camera yesterday. And I just bought my SD card for my camera. So I will be, the next video I upload, it will be on my camera. So you guys can see the better quality, because I know you guys have been getting on me like, come on Miss Goddess, get you a camera. So I got a camera, guys. So yay. Okay, so today I wanted to share a little funny story time with you guys. I thought it was very hilarious. I was just thinking about this the other day. When I was younger, about what, 21, I think. When I was about 20, 21, I think, around that age, I had just moved out of the dormitory. No, not, I had just moved out. I got my new place. I had stopped living on campus because I did not like living in dormitories because I wasn't used to having a roommate. So I got my own apartment. Yeah, I had to be like 20. Had to. And yeah. You know, growing up, I was the kind of girl that was very cautious. Very, very cautious. Very, very cautious. I didn't trust people so easily. So when I got my new place, I would never invite anybody over. The only person I would invite over is my best friend. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it. My best friend, and that's it. And my mom, my sister, that's about it. Like family, and then my best friend. So, you know, at the time I was dating, so I met this fine, handsome, good-looking guy at this club in Miami called Iguanas, okay? I think that club is still popping to this day, like I think so. But anyway, yeah, I met this guy at the club Iguanas. Of course, he was a little bit older than me. I mean, he probably was like late 20s, maybe, I don't know. And I remember him being real cute. And he asked me out on a date, and that was cool. I went out on a date with him, had a good time. I'm talking about a great time. We vibed, we joked around. Everything was cool. Everything was cool. And then we went on another date, and that was cool. We hung out. I forgot where we went. I can't even tell you where we went because that was a long time ago. But I know we did have a good time. I thought he was a good-looking guy. I thought he had a great personality. So, you know, I was in it. I was into it or whatever. So, we would talk on the phone, have long conversations. You know, back then, people used to be on the phone baking a cake on the phone for like 2-3 hours. People don't do that now. But back then, when I was younger, middle school, high school, you would be on the phone with a girl or a guy for like 2 hours straight. Seriously. So yeah, we would have great conversation. I thought he was cool. You know, he had a lot of potential. And so, you know, at this point, I think a week had gone by and he asked me to go out again. And I agreed. So at this point, you know, I agreed for him to come and pick me up. Which, like I said, I never did. But I agreed for him to come pick me up, not come inside, but come pick me up. And the apartments that I was living in, very, very, very good neighborhood, very, very nice apartments. I think the apartments were new. They were in Broward County, Pembroke Pines area, very good area, very, you know, quiet, good neighborhood, good. New building, very nice. And, you know, I thought it was okay for him to come pick me up because, one, he couldn't see where I was coming out of. So if I didn't trust him yet, you know, completely, I felt like, okay, he's not gonna know where I'm coming out of. You can't see my door from the street. You can't see where I'm coming out of course. So I let him come pick me up. We went out on a date, and after that he dropped me off. Cool. He dropped me off. It was a good date, you know. We talked on the phone after that. And then just a pause right there. In my building, there was this guy. He was, I think, Cuban or Puerto Rican. I don't know which one. Maybe Puerto Rican. And you know, he was a maintenance guy in the building, and he liked me. You know, he liked me. He would always speak to me, flirt with me, let me know, hey, if anything happens in the apartment, you need anything fixed, let me know. I'll get it done ASAP. And I appreciated that. You know, I'm a girl. Of course, I love help. So he always, if I ever need anything, he always let me know early on. I always see him. He's always in the apartment complex doing something, the maintenance guy. So anyway, back to my story. So the guy, we spoke that night after the date. Everything was cool. And then the next morning I went to work. This when I used to work for people. I went to work. I had a 9-to-5 job. I think I was working for American Express, I think. Yeah. I'm working for American Express. And then I used to go to work at like 6 in the morning, 6 a.m. That was the time I had to clock into work, 6 a.m. Because people with credit cards, they call early. So yeah, I used to go to work at 6 a.m. And then the maintenance guy was calling me. I went to work that next day. The maintenance guy was calling me. I'm like, what this man want? What does he want? So I called him back on my break because I didn't think it was nothing important. Calling him back on my break because he always calling me. He's always called me for little things, so I didn't think it was nothing important. So he called me. I called him back on my break. He was like, hey, mommy, I tried to call you. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know, but the guy that dropped you off last night. I'm like, the guy that dropped me off last night, he said he tried to get in your apartment. I said, what you mean? What's going on? He said the guy that dropped me off last night, mind you, he's nosy because he likes me. So, of course, he knew a guy dropped me off last night. He's like, the guy that dropped you off last night, he was at your door trying to unlock your door, trying to get in your apartment. And he said, he knows my apartment door. He knows what unit I live in because we speak all the time. He said he tried to get in your apartment. He said, I know you don't live with a guy, and I know you don't live with that guy because I saw that guy drop you off last night. And I'm like, are you sure that was the guy? Because in my mind, I'm like, that guy just texted me like around 6 something when I got to work, saying good morning, how's my morning going? And I was like, I just got to work. My dumb ass, not thinking. I'm like, yeah, I just got to work. Just small talk. Like, I just got to work. I'm tired. Blah, blah, blah. He was like, I miss you, this and that and that. He just wanted to know if I was at work. So this guy woke up in the morning to go to my apartment to break in my apartment. And the maintenance man, who works in the building, who's up early in the morning, saw him. And when he saw the maintenance guy, he walked off. Okay. Don't know how he got in the building. Number one. Number two, don't know how he know my unit number. Because I'm like, how does he know where I live? What door? This nigga must have dropped me off and went into the building and was looking. Because how would you know what unit I'm in? So that was a little bit weird to me. I was like, what? What is going on? I was like so shocked that somebody I went on a date with multiple times would try to break in. Now, pause right there. Sometimes people, you may think something is nothing, but people think it's something. So you have to be careful who you let into your life, because what I may think is petty, he may think is a big thing. People will break into your house for the littlest shit. TV, Niggas see you with a big ass flat screen, they want to break in your shit for the TV. And for me, growing up, I was very spoiled. I mean, I wasn't paying my rent. My parents were. I wasn't buying furniture. My parents bought it. So I was very spoiled. So for me, that was nothing to me. But for him, that was like, oh, she rich. Okay, I'm gonna break in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I'm like, he thought that I had something in there because he saw me with a designer bag, some Christian Dior shoes. I was only fucking 20. You know, clearly my parents the one who paying for this shit. He thought I had it good, and you know, he wanted to see what the hell was up in there, okay? Because I used to have, you know, I was young, but my parents used to pay for all my shit, so I had designer shit. So people see that, and they feel like, all right, she want to come up in here with some Christian Dior heels, I'm going to rob that bitch. And that's what happened. He tried to get in my apartment, take whatever was in there, and really, I didn't have anything in there but my furniture and my clothes and shoes. All I cared about was clothes and shoes. At the time, I was only 20 years old. I mean, what were you going to steal? My purses? Like, I'm like, what was he going to steal in here? I mean, all I have is clothes and shoes. I'm only 20 years old. I mean, what do you want in my apartment? Like, you're not going to, I mean, I had TVs, but is that what you wanted? You wasn't going to be able to walk out of there with my TV. So I'm like, okay, what's really going on? So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because that was a shocker to me. But then that made me learn quick. I learned that if you live by yourself as a woman, you need to be very careful, very, very, very careful. And I was only 20. That shit shocked me, but that let me know, be careful who you give your number to, who you date, who you let in your life, because I just couldn't understand what he wanted. But like I said, you may think something is petty. I thought that shit, bags and shoes and purses, was petty. But for him, he saw a lick. He saw a lick. And what a lick is somebody you can rob. Okay? That's what he saw. So, which is just crazy to me. I mean, now, a dude gonna try that because I'm grown now. Okay? And I ain't stupid. You know, I wasn't stupid back then, but I was, you know, I didn't know these things happen yet. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know some of y'all probably laughing right now, but I mean, I'm just saying, if you got a sister, young sister, tell her be careful. In her new place, tell her be careful, because people are crazy out here. People are petty out here. But anyways, I'm going to go, guys, because I don't have any more minutes left on this video. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And I got my camera, so it's about to be lit. Make sure you follow me, guys, on Instagram at Miss Goddess 888. That's 3 8s, okay? And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goddess gang.